Greetings and welcome back to our episode in progress. We were doing the montage of things that had happened and will happen on this weekend at Swine Dipples. Continue.
Monarch would probably be getting better acquainted with the grounds in general, like both the school as well as the surrounding area, like the town that's not far off. You'd just be trying to get a lay of the land.
Gotcha. Figure out where things are. Make sure he knows where they are in relation to others.
Every shot show a little improvement. To show it all would take too long. That's called a montage.
Aya eventually figures out that, these little holes. If I put my finger over one, it changes the sound. If I put it
she figured that out. Also on a Fey horn, or in horns in general, it's not holes. It's like little valves that little switches for.
You figured out not only if you put on this one and this one down, it's a completely different sound.
She learns that the sounds are consistent. Like, aha, if I want this noise, I just hold the middle valve down.
And if I want this noise, I pull the right in the middle.
I'm learning all of your secrets, Feyhorn.
She is starting to learn more complicated ways of making it produce particular noises.
Oh, so it's like free jazz up in here with the crazy horn solos.
Like any beginning trumpet player, you find as many excuses as possible to hold a note that requires your middle finger to be extended.
like Jim Carrey's character Bruce Almighty, he loves jazz.
That he did.
So,
and he can hold that note all day.
So yeah, Aya's improving and starting to learn more complicated techniques.
Now that she learned that the sounds are consistent, her ability to learn how to play it exponentially increases.
Now she just needs to learn how to read music and translate what's on that page into what she needs to do with the horn.
Didn't stop Ray Charles.
Well, yeah.
Or I guess Che Rarles, this universe blind piano player.
So Cedra and Manak have things that can do things. Zeuel, heads out to the, fairly early, right after breakfast to a little early to so that she's not going to be late for the caravan or whatever that's headed out to wherever she's headed.
Mm-hmm.
Any last thing that Zeuel wants to do before she heads out that morning?
I'll just make sure I say bye to everyone and, tell everyone, I'll be back soon. See you for the beginning of the semester.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. No worries, I'll see you later.
More or less, this is, if I recall correctly, this is the Friday. So, you're leaving. You'll be staying there you should be arriving that evening, staying there over Saturday, and leaving sometime on Sunday to arrive, hopefully, before bed, so you can be ready for Monday when the classes open back up again for the new semester.
No!
So, Cedra, Manak, there are things you could do. What are they?
Oh, I know Cedra, he's taking it easy, but he's sticking to his routines. He's doing his daily practicing and stuff like that.
Yeah, but other than that, he's basically lazy
he's,
around.
Kind of also taking part in helping out Manak. He's like I know Manak mentioned earlier, wanting to go see the town and see the rest of the stuff. Cedra would have been more than happy to be one of the people accompanying him. Cedra is probably not the greatest tour guide though. So, however, Manak has tour goes is quality wise,
So
depending
any-
on who else is helping out Cedra.
Alright, so any particular thing that Cedra thinks, well, if we're going in town, we should show him this.
It's probably a bit stilted because Cedra is like,
Cedra's
basically
a
got
man of
Cedra-
discipline.
well, a bit, but also he's gets easily impressed over mundane stuff and probably skips some of the more exciting stuff.
Hey,
Alright.
that's okay. So does Manak.
Alrighty.
So so he'll probably be like, all right, well check this out. This is a pretty tall building. I haven't been in it, but I'm pretty sure it's the tallest one in town, and I don't know why they built it, but it's
And look
pretty
over
cool that they
here.
got to
This-
stand.
This is where 4 roads meet.
And we passed down that alley whenever we were chasing a cat. Over there's the church district. There's really nothing over there, and
Definitely not zombies.
there were zombies.
Well, there
Cedra
aren't
seems to
anymore.
think himself out loud. He says there were zombies over there, but now there's like a bunch of frivolous stuff. It's not worth going over there. And then over there is yonder edge of town. The woods there are kind of neat, but I haven't been in them in a while. I think. Oh, do you want to go to the market district? He says to Montage Manak.
Well, yes, I do.
Alright.
And then they go.
You could say it's a Manactage.
Oh, boy. So as you're heading towards that, heading into the marketplace district, you see you see many people milling about, a great crowd in that side. As you're passing through the crowd, and are starting to come out the other side. Give me a perception check.
All right.
Okie doke.
Cedar's just kind of nonchalantly looking around. He's like, I wonder if they got furs.
Okay. This is a thing. 16 and a 17.
No one else here to roll an 18 for us?
Well, Aya is still practicing, correct? Zeuel is on her way to her family.
Mm-hmm.
Dweon, Sephruz are doing some
Still
other
sleeping.
thing today. Well, Dweon and Sephruz are doing other things that may or may not be revealed later. As Cedra and Manak are coming out of the crowd, suddenly, from the Cedra sees approaching at a very fast pace a very familiar orange cat. Well, Cedra
I'm sorry, you
recognizes
said that,
the
and
cat.
I started laughing.
Manak
Picture
sees
just
an
like
orange,
my cat trotting along.
sees a orange cat, an orange tabby, just kind of run up, jump into Cedra's, and jump into up at Cedra.
Even though I know this cat, I still instinctively like shield my face.
As well,
I'm like, oh
the
no,
cat,
what did I do?
The cat basically jumps up and basically latches on to the front of your tunic in a and well, more or less in a position where you are pretty sure that, well, what do you do when it latches onto your tunic in front of your tunic?
Well, it's not clambering up me towards the face area, so
No.
I probably have like both hands away from my face now, but both arms kind of still up, like I'm being like frisked or something.
It basically
And I'm just like,
yeah.
hey there, what are you doing there? Get off of me! Why
Monica,
don't you, you got your claws about a centimeter away from my skin.
Monica
You
will reach
understand all
for.
this, right?
He will reach for the cat and grab by the scruff of the neck to pull it off of Cedra.
As he
And as you do
as,
that, I kind of motion like, no, don't touch that cat. But it's probably too late.
as as it is noticed, Manak, and does not recognize him, it lets go, and as it falls to the ground, it transforms itself into a small girl with bright orange hair, wearing a blue dress. As this happened, also, another girl with dark red hair is running towards you, followed by a man who has red-brown hair and a scruffy beard, and the girl is like, is all out of breath, falling as she comes. Sister. And what happens?
Well,
Monic's
kids,
freaking out a
what's
little
going
bit.
on? And actually, hold on. Before I say that, like, just to refresh my memory, because I don't remember what Cat Dad looks like. That is Cat Dad, right?
Indeed, it is.
Okay.
It is Stephen Taylor. His daughter Sarah, and Sarah's former pet, current adopted sister, Katarina.
I see what you did there.
I motioned to him real quick. I'm like, "Whoa there, what's up, kids?" And then like split second later, I'm like, "Oh, hey, this is Katarina and her sister. Manik, you haven't met them yet. There was a shenanigans a while back involving them, but it's cool. You guys seem like you're out of sorts. What's going on?" And then once Dad catch up, I'm like, "Hey there, Cat Dad. How you been doing?"
Manic's just looking at the three of them a little wild-eyed.
And then, like, if Manak's not saying anything to him, I'm like, "Hey guys, this is Manak. He just got into our team." And I'm kind of like proud of that. I'm like, "Yeah, team spirit. We got a tall person." His face seems to say.
Hello, cat people. And he's going to lean over to Cedra and kind of stage whisper, Is this normal?
Only if you live for really long, I think.
I see. And he's going to straighten back up and look at them.
Stephen has managed to finally get up to you. He is panting and a little out of breath, and it's just holds up a finger. Holds up his finger. Just one moment. Is he recovering? Meanwhile, Sarah just is like looking, has her neck like completely craned up, looking up at the very tall man with Cedra. Wow, you're big.
I have been told that, yes.
Yeah. The girl who was previously a cat is like, also look, you tall too.
I kind of sass back at her. I'm like, that's not polite. You're just short, you know. Don't you know better? Uh, I say that, but I'm addressing. I say that. I was blah, 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 blah. Words are hard, apparently. Um, I was about to say. I initially direct that at her because of her comment, but I'm soon addressing both of them with it.
Yeah.
Kind of like a both of them motion, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense.
So yeah, Steven seems to have recovered enough to talk. It's like, so, oh, see you've been you've got a new friend. Where's everyone else?
Well, it's the holidays, so we don't really have anything to do.
Well,
One of us took off, and I think a couple of us are just kind of napping. But he's never been to town before, so I'm showing him where you buy furs, apparently. And I kind of motion down to the furs I'm looking at.
yeah.
But yeah, I was just showing him and telling him about all the stuff we've done in town. It's pretty lively, so I'm just trying to get him hyped and jazzed and all those kinds of words for excitement.
Yeah, Kat saw you from a distance and just streaked off towards you.
Yeah, I saw
And then
that.
and Sarah followed.
I'm glad she's not a big cat. She would have tackled me with that one. You're not going to turn into a big cat when you get older, are you?
She
I
looks
kind
at
of direct
you.
that at her.
She looks at you and I'm Big Cat now.
She is.
Yeah,
bigger.
that's true. Well,
She is basically as a cat. She is a slightly small, but still well within the realm of adult cat in cat form. A little short, little not quite as long, but well within the area of that's what an adult cat can be.
Monica's speaking purely in terms of she was a small house cat before, now she is a small girl.
Yeah. She is approximately the height and build of a 6-year-old girl. Sarah is slightly taller, probably about 7 to 8-ish. Steven appears to be somewhere in the 30s. About somewhere in the lower 30s. So it's like, wow, you have well, anyways, we were shopping, so I think, well, we should get back to that here soon. Oh yes, sir, Mr. And he holds out his hand to the large man there.
Monica will take it and shake his hand. Monica,
All right.
Monaco, pleased to meet you.
Okay, what kind of handshake do you give? Is it a strong? Is it a grip? A loose?
It would
grip?
be a firm handshake for a Goliath.
So in short, you've smashed half his fingers, and he is in extreme pain. Gotcha.
The second any pain starts to show on Steven's face, Monica will let up,
Yeah.
let go, like he's burned himself. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. He make sure his fingers are all working. They seem to be. Went just slightly though. I'll get a pain potion on the way back home for this. But yes, you're welcome. It's okay. They might be sore for a bit. Fortunately, I don't have work today. Anyways,
Sounds like it's been a holiday for everyone then.
well, I took a day off for once. I took a day off. I just took a day off. I only have like two or three things to do, and really, I could do them tomorrow. Get them done tomorrow. Besides, the girls needed to get out of the house and do something. Besides, so as the Manic's player had to step away for a minute or two. So yeah, anyways, we're gonna go and finish up our shopping. Yeah, you two have a good day and send our regards to everyone else.
Oh, sure. Thanks, Mr. Taylor.
Okay, Katerina, Sarah, I believe we were over there last. So, come along. And both the girls basically hug one of your legs real quick and then leave. Since at their age and height, that's about as much as high as they can get on you. And walk away. With Steven. So, is he back yet? So Aya is playing music. Zeuel, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
As you travel along with the caravan for a while, and you eventually arrive at the destination. While it is not your family, or at least a member of your family, has a small lodge in the town you end up at.
Okay.
It's not exactly the main place, your house, but still, it's a place that they have. There's and they can, and it was the closest thing that they could get. That you could get to, and still be back in time for the semester to start. So, you've arrived at this location. The village in the middle of almost middle of nowhere. Mostly known for the forest around it, and being a good place to hunt certain kinds of beasts.
Okay.
So, there's apparently your family has a member of your family has a small hunting lodge in near the town, and you are informed that there would be somebody that somebody would be there, would be near the depot for the caravan when you arrived to take you there.
Okay, then I'll wait for that person and.
Well, when you arrive and look around, you see a short, pale man, a pale human, in fact, you believe, who is holding a small sign that says Kali.
I'll go up to him and tell him that I'd be the person he's looking for.
He nods, puts the sign away in a small bag, and motions for you to follow him.
Okay.
He walks through a small part from a bit of the town toward an entrance, towards one of the other entrances and exits of the town from the one you entered through. One that is almost directly into the this forest area around it. As you follow him, he makes no conversation, speaks not a word, and he does not ever look back to ensure that you are still following him.
It's kind of weird.
As you follow him, he heads down the trail through the forest for a while. A ways later, a small path on your right heads off into the woods. He turns up it. After a ways, the thin path suddenly widens, and a small lodge made of primarily of wooden logs is before you.
Don't do it. That's the cabin in the woods.
To one side of the clearing. The other side has a few small, few things around, a few places for horses to be, or some other beast of burden to be tied off, so that they will not run away. A small pond, and what appears to be a nice little cooking area for such.
Does it look like anyone has arrived yet, or am I the first?
As you look around, nobody is outside, but a small amount of smoke is coming from a chimney in the back of the lodge.
Huh. So no horses.
No horses at the moment, at least here.
Okay, seems a little suspicious, so I'm gonna go in, but I'm gonna make sure I have my hand placed ready for my implement.
Your staff.
To call forth. Yeah.
Alright, so as you're he leads you up up a handful of steps to a small porch in front of of a door. He motions with his hand at the door and stands aside.
Okay. I'll head inside.
Inside, you see that the majority of this building is a common room with several tables with chairs arranged haphazardly. In the back, you see the fireplace from a chimney, probably from the chimney, with a small fire in it, crackling. Inside in that common area, you see a single individual.
Who is it?
It is. You recognize it. You recognize this person after a moment, as your great.
It's you.
As your great aunt, you believe. It has been a long time since you've seen your great aunt. She does not seem to look but she barely looks have any difference from your memory of her.
It looks like the years have treated you well.
Well, She has a slightly different hairstyle than the last time, though every other detail matches up to your to the memory, to what you remember. From you guess now it'd be all about 7 or 8 years at least since the last time you saw her. At least that you saw her up close.
Yeah. Well, I'll greet her and
So would you have? Does your great aunt have a name that you would like her to have, or do you mind if I create one?
I am incredibly bad at names, so I will let you go ahead and do that. I mean, hell, my character's name is my last name, but replacing one letter, so
Alright,
I'll let you do that.
grab my list of random names here real quick. Alrighty. Alrighties. Let's see. A female name. Let us call her. It's your great aunt, Callista. So, did you get that?
You said Callista?
Callista.
Okay.
Or, as you remember knowing her as Auntie Kali.
Okay.
So, your great Auntie Kali is there sitting at a table near the cooking area. Beside her is the poke sitting, leaning against the bench. Nearby,
The what?
Leaning against the bench is the poker from the fireplace. It appears that she had been poking the fire a short time ago to ensure keep it going.
Glad it's you. I was worried for a second. I thought, I don't know. I was thinking maybe the worst. It's kind of suspicious coming out here out in the middle of the woods,
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You're well. Well, it's at least there's at least the cover of the woods for the most part. Well, besides, it has been a long time since I've been out this way.
It has been.
I look forward to my brother arriving later on and perhaps going on a hunt. It's been a long time.
Definitely. It's been, almost a decade?
Yes. 7 years and 8 months, I believe, and a handful of days. It has been a long time, my dear. Well, so how have you been? It's been so long.
I've been keeping up with schoolwork, I'm at the Swine Dimples right now. And, my grades have been pretty good. I mean, it could be better, but overall I think they've been pretty good.
Well, yes. So it's been so long since I was there.
Being away from both the family, and the schools made me kind of paranoid,
Well, have you made friends, allies, associations?
Oh, quite a few. Quite a few.
That is good. It is always It always makes the days go smoothly and quickly when there are those to share it with and those to enjoy it with. So, yes, well, so I've it's been a while. Well, perhaps we can talk for a while.
Definitely. Do you know when Mother and Father is supposed to be here?
I'm not sure if they will be here in time. Something came up back home. They sent me a squirrel.
Okay. Hopefully they can make it here, because it's been feels like forever since I last saw them.
Well, my brother should be here sometime tonight. He said he should be able to be here before the dawn, at least. He is.
Oh, that's good. Hopefully he stays safe, you know.
Well, but I'd hoped he would have been here by now. He has no sense of time anymore.
Yeah, call me paranoid about plots, but I'm always worried about,
not
assassins or something.
Not that he ever really had a good grasp of any time.
Especially those superstitious commoners.
Well, I swear he would have been. I swear he was late even for his own birth. And for his rebirth. And for just about everything. Well, I can chew him out at some point once he's here. Anyways, you've had a long journey. Are you thirsty, hungry?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's been hours since the last time I had anything.
All right, then let's see what we have in the cooling cellar. If there's anything good still here. I had some servants come here early to ensure that things were ready and able and available.
Okay.
So I hope they've done their job well. So we can just go see if they did and how well. So she stands up and heads towards a small set of stairs beside what appears to be two or three small like rooms with doors. One of which the door is open and you see a set of bunk beds beside and a small dresser at the end. And as you go by and go down those stairs, it gets considerably cooler, and as a mostly dirt kind of cavern-ish thing is underneath, with several sets of shelves beside on the walls, with one with like several bottles of wine and three or four barrels of marked with ale and beer. The other side has several small, like, not exactly a chest, or similar to a lockbox, but made of metal primarily. That is cool. Inside is on a bed of like ice and such are several kinds of meat, cheese, and such. There are no vegetables at all, but several there.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So, anything pique your interest in particular?
I'll go with some of the meats and cheeses.
Well, there are several kinds. There's what appears to be a large roast of some sort. A large chunk, most likely ham. 2 or 3 deep plucked poultry of some sort.
Let's go with the ham. The ham sounds good.
There are 2 large chunks of different types of cheese, and a smaller chunk of another kind.
Crap, if I don't know much about them, I'll just pick at random.
Basically, it's a cheese.
Yeah.
They're just different kinds. I don't know what kind of. I'm not a master of cheese, of knowledge of cheese. There's one that's orange. There's one that's pale, almost white, and the small one is white with like these blue veins of something through it.
Let's go with the pale one, without the stuff in it.
Alrighty, it's rather a lot. So, hold on a second. And she basically, pulls a small like carving knife off a shelf, and cuts out a chunk. Retrieves a small plate and puts that chunk on it. Be a dear, take this on up. I'll bring some drink and the ham in a moment.
Okay, I'll bring it up.
So, after a moment, she returns to the upper floor with a bottle of, very dusty bottle at that, of a deep reddish purple liquid in a nearly clear bottle, apart from the thick layer of dust.
It's a
As well,
chance to relax, and I don't
as-
think the school usually, is too happy about us drinking. So
Well, this is an important day, and I figured we might as well. And what good is a good spirit that never gets drank?
it is true. Oh, what is anything else going on, or?
Just having a small get together of a few members of our family. A little reunion, particularly
Oh, okay.
of sorts. Yes, I hope that they can all get here before you'd have to return. But for now, help me get the large pot ready, and get us some and cook us some fine meat. while we discuss all that's going on with you, with me, and with the rest of the family whenever they show up.
Okay. I'll help her out with
With the domestic goddess type things, so to speak.
yeah.
So after a little the activity of getting everything ready, by the time you can, once everything is set up so the pot is over the fire and all the silverware and plates and such are prepared, ready, you have a long time to discuss while anything and everything with your great aunt, while the meat cooks through. You snack on a bit of the cheese.
I'll mostly just make some small talk.
Yeah. And she and after a moment, shortly after you start talking, she uncorks the bottle of a fine wine. The label is barely legible. Has a 2-digit number. Is the only part that is legible.
Damn, that's old.
Oh yes, it's very old. It is very old. Probably the last bottle of that year left, perhaps. So, and she pours a little into a glass, a little more into another, and lifts it up. Well, to family then.
To family.
Ting. And you toast family. She drinks the entire thing, and this wine is surprising considering its age. Is a very vibrantly sweet, with just this tiny bit of some other flavor that's hard to identify. And as the second it touches your lips and your tongue, wherever it touches feels about 4 to 5 degrees hotter, warmer, whatever, than it was before.
This is, I don't drink a lot, but this definitely seems different.
Well, there have not been. Well, if I'm reading what's left of the label correctly, the particular type of fruit that was used for this has not been seen around. Has, died out, at least in this area, almost 800 years ago. So there's not many. So there's not many samples of it left, at least in this area. If I recall correctly, they were transferred from, I believe, the Feywild during and did not last long, for very long in this plane, due to, well, Fey and their plants, well, they are so finicky. But the favor of the Fey and their And their plans cannot be argued as being something other than excellent.
Definitely not.
And you see her basically. You see her basically put the cup back up to her lips to get the last few drops in it. So, as you have a bit more conversation, you are in the middle of some short story about some ancient relative from long ago. The door opens. The door from the outside opens. And the pale human walks in, holding what appears to be a small dark feathered bird. The bird, you notice immediately, that its feathers on its right wing should not be in any of those directions.
Hmm.
And in fact, it seems almost the whole of that wing is just hanging limply there.
Man, is your bird okay?
The servant holds it out to you, and a familiar voice comes out of it. You recognize it as your father. And it says the following words: "Hunters, beware. They leave now. Run."
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna... I'm just gonna grab of mine what I can. And I know what that means. I'm gonna start booking it. Well, I'm gonna start heading back to, shit.
As this happens, as these words come out, one final sentence is spoken. She's gone.
Mom? Shit. Okay,
And
what's my aunt doing?
Her eyes are as wide as it is possible to be, while still remaining within her. She is like. She just is silent for a fraction of a second, it seems to you. But it seems like, grab your stuff. Let's go.
Okay. There's no delay. I'm gonna start grabbing my stuff and get ready to get the hell out of there.
She grabs the poker and another and a small satchel. As you're gathering your stuff up, She says, to the pale human, something in a language you don't understand. And I think we will stop at that for the night.
Okay.
So let us finish up this recording. So for everyone out there, hope you enjoyed this. Say bye to both the people who listen. So say goodbye to me and that other guy. Bye.
Bye.